Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at SCF 1880 Sports Club in Frankfurt. Beautiful day here for some rugby. We got our men's team playing against SCN from Heidelberg. Beautiful sky today, sun's out, beautiful rugby weather. I'm sure we'll be looking forward to the game ahead. Ollie, I'm joined in commentary today with Ollie Payne, member of the 1880 side, and me, myself, Leo. We're going to commentate for you boys today. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, thanks, Leo. It's awesome to be here, mate. We're looking forward to a great game. It's rather hot today, so it will be interesting to see if we have a water break just before half-time. Looking forward to a great game. Obviously, I used to be involved with the SCN, so we'll get some inside information today to see how the boys are going.
Love it, Ollie. Thanks for that detail. It's very important. I'm sure we'll give a nice, fair, evenly distributed commentating for you people watching the stream today. Ollie, I think there definitely will be a couple of water breaks at the quarterly marks, 20 minutes and 60 minutes. I'm sure the boys are excited. Last league game before the final. Actually, a double header, one would say, because both teams qualify for the final. This year is a different structure. So no semi-finals or quarterfinals, and we're straight into the finals with the top two teams, and they are currently playing today. So last league game. The under-18 German champs was played just before this, with TSV winning 31 or 34 to 19 against Steuren. It was a really good game to watch. Steuren came back strong in the second half. And now we see SCN entering the pitch, and so does 1880, led by Captain Marcel Hen. It's going to be an exciting game today.
Yeah, Leo, it's going to be a fantastic game. I mean, like you said, last game of the regular season, and then in 2 weeks' time, make it 3 weeks' time, it will be the final played up in Hanover. It's a little bit of a tester today. SCN have put out an interesting team. A couple of boys sitting on the bench we're used to seeing in the starting lineup. And with us, Frankfurt 1880, we've got our boys playing today. It's going to be a little bit of a tester, see how it is, and be interesting to see what happens during the whole day.
Yeah, Ollie, it's quite interesting. Do both teams want to show all their cards out here today, or do they hide things for the final? Because, I mean, as much as today is a test match, both teams qualify. I think both teams really want to come away with a win here.
I don't think it'll be a game where people will take it back easily. I think this is a game that everybody's looking forward to in the season, both teams especially. I've been talking to a couple of the Neuenheim boys, and they've been saying they always look forward to this match as much as we do. And it's definitely going to be full noise. Boys aren't going to back down today. It's a bit of a tester, yes, but I think we're expecting a fantastic game of rugby, hopefully a lot of running. We'll see how the fitness levels are with 28 degrees of heat. Paul Warman, referee today with his ARs as well. And we're probably up for an interesting game. Frankfurt to kick off. Let's see where this goes.
Interesting. Love it. Yeah, Frankfurt really do like their kickoffs. They just want to put the pressure on from the start with a good chase. You can see some of the boys already set up, ready to chase that ball. SCN, I'm sure, will be looking to just gather and get a good air clearance here and putting the pressure back on 1880. And the game is underway. Reynold Parkinson with a nice long, deep kick going all the way. Oh, and it looks like it's a knock-on. No, ref calls backwards, Ollie. It looked like a slight knock-on there. The ball fell in front, but did bounce backwards. In my opinion, knock-on, but nonetheless, 1880 have a great attacking opportunity here off the start, just outside the 22.
Yeah, Leo Cupper there, just with a bit of a nervous start maybe, but he's done not a bad clearance kick for a number 8. So Frankfurt now on the 22 with a line out. Let's see if their set play pays off. A little bit scrappy there from Frankfurt. Marcel Helm with a good carry. Pumping the legs through contact.
Good spacing on defense line there from SCN. Ready to get up and chop.
Looks like an advantage there for... Advantage for Frankfurt for not rolling away by the looks. Ball wide to Ido Stella. A little step on the inside. Half a break there. Looks for the offload. Strong, clean. Ball available. Strong carry here again. Marcel Hen. Big shot there by Williams Portillo. Good shoulder on.
Met there hard.
Space on, back out to Ray. Big carry as Chris Howells on the carry there. Forwards reloading and setting in. Frankfurt just with a couple of phases now at the beginning. Trying to get into the game, get a feel for things. See how Neuenheim are folding on defense. Elias Haase
Elias Hauser with a lovely break and offload to Quinton, but unfortunately the Frenchie couldn't hold on to that one. He's struggling with his sunburn actually today. From yesterday, he was painting the lines. So I'm sure the Frenchie would be upset about that one. But beautiful line there from Elias Hauser, the hooker, coming around the corner, offering himself, and Quinton just distributing perfectly. But it is back to a penalty for 1880, so they've got a great opportunity. This will be interesting to see, Ollie, if they go for 3 points or the touch.
Yeah, just a good couple of phases there from Frankfurt, just getting a feel for the game. First couple of minutes, Marcel Hen decided here to go for the corner. Fantastic little offload by Elias Hauser out the back door there to his half-back running through. And Frankfurt just trying to make the most of the phases there. There's a lot of pressure now, first couple of minutes for SCN. Defensively, they got to be switched on. Another big set piece now for Frankfurt. Back to the line-out. Let's see what we go from here, Leah.
I think there might be a little special play coming up here, Ollie, for the viewers. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens. I think something that they've been practicing. Let's see if they pull it off. And they do. They go for it. And Daniel goes. Does he get there? Oh, he scores. This is the set piece that I was talking about. Beautiful stuff, yeah. For you at home that don't know, Espresso is the name. Lovely stuff.
Good, Leo, for giving the call away there, mate. Awesome stuff. Yeah, another set piece from Frankfurt. It's a good start. Obviously, SCN having to try and struggle with a bit of pressure at the beginning. Frankfurt obviously like to start very quickly. Talking to a couple of Neuenheim boys, the start's always a bit of a struggle. But, yeah, great set piece from Frankfurt there. Little burst from Daniel Wolf. Gets the meat pie. And conversions come from Udo Stella.
Hey. Wow. I was watching him do it the whole week. It was so good. Hey, that's an unusual miss there. Unusual miss there from Edo Stella. Something you normally don't really see from the man. He's quite confident of his boots, but nonetheless, 5-0 for 1880.
Yeah, it's an early change here now. Elias Hauser seems to have walking off with a bit of limp there. David's come on. Yeah, Ido's taken off, bit of a limp. Not quite sure what's happened there, but early substitution for 1880 in their hooker position. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle. And a big kickoff here from Leo Becker. Great take there from Vincent into a pod, going straight to a maul position. Let's see where Frankfurt go from here. Seems like Kobe's got it at the back. Strong carry from Kobe. Still going, pumping the legs. He's a strong carrier, that boy. Good little offload. Looks a little bit high. There's an advantage to F and referee. Let's see if Frankfurt can use that advantage to play a bit of rugby. So ball's coming now, back door to Ray. Bit of a kick into the deep, no advantage there probably. Yeah, going straight back to the penalty, high tackle. Double whistle there from Paul Warman, could be a little bit of a warning still. Rugby Germany obviously looking at high tackles and player safety at the moment, just as World Rugby is. So, yeah, just a little chat coming in there.
It's lovely to see Quinton trying to say, look for the TMO, look for the TMO. Was head on head. So... interesting. But from my side there, Ollie, I think Ray, good option, but with the advantage in the hand, I think that was time to let the ball do the work. I see there's a yellow card going for SCN, yeah. So that's unfortunate, really, off the back.
Sorry, we got to keep it back.
Yeah, number 13 there. Freddie's got the yellow card for that high shot on Quentin.
Thank you.
Just the referee just discussing there what the chalk is. Probably talking about the mitigation laws. But yeah, it's a good start from Frankfurt. A lot of pressure on SCN, down to 14 men now. Mental game's going to be very important for them now. Frankfurt going to the corner. We'll see where we go from here. Another set piece line out on the right-hand side.
Great line out take there from 1880. I think they go straight into the maul. So quite a dominant pack here, the 1880 do have. I think they're one of the only teams in the Bundesliga, Ollie, that with almost 9 prop forwards. So It's really interesting. And then it comes out wide to Aiden. Aiden's looking to cut back inside. Oh, good step from him. He's pumping his leg through those contacts, but he gets held up. Good defense there then from... Oh, no, but he getting shoved over the line. Ball comes out. SCN have it. Let's see what they can do. They just need to secure the ball, look to get out of their half. Slowing it down. Good controlled rugby here from SCN. And a nice clearance kick, relieving the pressure, putting the team out. But no, they play quickly. Here comes Seb Rodwell, looking to run a little bit sideways, but he's quite a big boy. So I'm sure he has some things in his sleeve, and he does. He gets that out wide. He has Tim Binyak stepping in, gets past one, and then gets tackled down by Enrich. Now Quentin with the ball. He snaps to the blind, and Edo Stella clean and easy over the line. It looks like 1880 is looking to execute things in a clinical fashion today.
Yeah, we just see the intent there from Frankfurt at the moment, playing a high-speed rugby, keeping the ball alive. Obviously had a set piece to go from, get some good phases and some great defense work from SCN there to turn that ball over in the contact, some strong work to rip that ball away. And then 1880 just deciding to play a quick line out, spread the ball wide, and really, really putting the pressure on SCN at the moment. We're going to have to watch and see if SCN can gather themselves again, try and get hold of that ball. At the moment, it seems a lot of the rugby just played in their half and just trying to exit and get out of there. But Frankfurt obviously with a great start, quick start, and Edo Stella with a wide conversion from the left-hand side now.
I think what... yes, so Edo's going to take the kick from the left, but just from our side, I think what SCN are looking to do now of this kickoff, they want to get the ball nice and deep and let 1880 exit just in their own half. Because at the moment, the last kickoff, 1880 were able to run it into their half and continue the attacking phase. So I think, beautiful turn of the ball there from Edo Stella, slotting the kick for an extra 2 points.
Stay on. All good.
So
Access, Blake.
good high kickoff there. Good high kickoff there from SCN, but a nice strong carry there from the captain, Marcel Hen. Let's see what 1880 do. I think they're going to look for a clearance kick here after the second carry.
Roll. Well done. Hold here.
And the ball comes out to Ray, and he's looking to kick deep. He goes for the spiral kick. That's a beauty, I would say. Is that a 50-22, Ollie? No. Well covered there by Leo Becker.
Close to, I think, just like you said there, deep for kickoff from SCN. And then Frankfurt obviously with a great clearance, now getting the ball up to halfway, looking to go. Ray again looking for that corner, getting in behind their wingers, going up for a 50-22. And that is a beautiful Ray from Ray Parkinson there. Beautiful nudge, seeing the space. Bit of a kicking duel there, Leo. You're the expert on this. What do you think about the kicking game at the moment?
No, beautiful. I think that's one very important point there, Ollie. Stay in the kicking battle. Let the team feel the pressure. Ray executed there perfectly. Two doubles. Well, one very great spiral kick. He attempted the second one, but nonetheless, 50-22 rewarded from it. But yeah, stay in that kicking battle. As long as you can keep the team pinned down in their half, that's what you need. And now 1880 go for the more quick line out, actually. We didn't even have much time to commentate about that. Oh, and it's straight over. Marcel Hen. Beautiful stuff there. 1880 are coming out here with the rampage.
Yeah, it just seems that 1880 are really getting into the groove at the moment. We've had a couple of set pieces here, a couple of line-outs. First one just to try to calibrate and measure. And then obviously now the next couple of line-outs have really worked as well. That's a beautiful throw by David and a great catch by Vinci there, right above his head, stretched out into a strong maul and drive onto the pitch. Drive to the try line and a try for Marcel Hen. Another conversion now, still in position for Edo Stella. 5 in. Left side, and see if he can slot it over again.
We must mention SCN are currently playing with a yellow card, so one man down. It doesn't make a big difference in competitive rugby, especially when you're playing against two good teams. Teams like 1880 can capitalize on those errors that have been made by SCN. Edo now with the conversion. Does he have a similar line? And it's a beautiful strike. It doesn't even curl, just dead straight through the middle. Beautiful stuff there from Edo.
Yeah, it's a beautiful strike again there from Edo Stella. Love it. Back to the kickoff again. Let's see if SCN decide to go deep again. Like you said, Leo, yeah, 13 men on the pitch is always a struggle, especially to try and cover that backfield. 14, sorry, yeah, you're right. Try and cover that backfield's always going to be a bit of an issue. Let's see if SEN can recover and try and get out there. Leo Becker again with the kickoff now. Let's see where SEN go with this one if they decide to go deep.
Score stands currently 19-0 for 1880, and it's a little bit of a wobbly kickoff, but it works out. It goes 10, and the 14 gets to it. So now SEN's first opportunity to attack. Let's see what they can do. Pot of 9, but well met there by Daniel Wolf, and that's Marcel Hen there to join him. And they go out the back. They're trying to stretch the 1880 side wide. Let's see what they can do. Nice flat ball. Good gain line attack there from the SEN side. Is he over? No, he's not. So now SEN retained the possession, but well met by Kobe. Bumped off the first contact, but then he came back stronger in the second. They tried to play out the back, but unfortunately the ball going to the ground. And good pressure there from the 1880 side. Ollie Stein playing playing lock this weekend. Normally starting in the back row, but we lacking some numbers in the second row position. And a nice strong carry there from the 16 of SEN.
Yeah, that's Williams Portillo there. Big, strong Paraguayan boy using his physicality there to get along. And SEN with a couple of phases there. Trying to play left, wide. Just they like that structure. If we've watched them all season, obviously we do our analysis. And we've just seen that SEN do like to play that wide ball, spread the defence. A bit of running rugby, which we like to see today on Weather Like We Have. And another chat there from Paul Warman to the captain and to Matteo. Just talking about maybe a bit of communication there after the whistle had gone.
Honestly, Ollie, I think both of us here would love to be on the field today. Beautiful weather is exactly what we want as a player. So I'm sure the boys are enjoying it out there today. Hopefully this game gets a little bit tighter. Maybe SEN can strengthen phases together and cause some problems for the 1880 side.
Yeah, SEN and team known to stay in the game. They fight until the 80th minute, so we'll see how they come back just before the final whistle goes. Probably the scoreline will maybe change. Obviously from a Frankfurt 1880 side, we hope it stays the same. But again, now another set piece for Frankfurt coming up to the line out, and we'll see how it goes.
Just want to thank for the first comment there. So feel free to comment and give us some information or ask us questions. And I see our first one here is Alex Clemenhaus. What a waste of a game. Should have just scrapped it and played the final. Yeah, maybe. But, it's always good to play some rugby. And we love to see it. Even if we're not a part of it, watching the game is always good fun. And now Fabrizio trying to look for that quick throw, but decides against it.
So a bit of a VIP here in the commentary box at the moment. We've got Christian Bottomley coming back in here. Frankfurt 1880 halfback. Back in the days, won a couple of championships with 1880. Good to see Christian here. Good to have him along. And line out sadly gone skew there for 1880. It's a quick ball for SEN. Strong carry again from Williams. Taking into contact. He's still going, still pumping the legs. A couple of Frankfurt boys making an effort. And probably looking for a clearance now through Finn Schwager. Balls to the back. And clearance kick at Stadium Field. Fabrizio here with a counter option, gives it to Ido Stella. Looking for space, little step, straight into the forwards. He's done well there, ruck ball. Shape set. Slowed it down a little bit there, looking for shape here, out the back. Up to Ray, up to Aiden. A bit of footwork coming on here. He's found a gap, he's running through to the 22. Still finding some space, big handoff there. Great tackle by Valor there. Sien seemed to be over that ball. Seems like Paul's just giving nothing there. Referee deciding that ball's fine. SCN have done very well to contest that breakdown. Give some time to set their defence. Marcel Hen here with a big carry. Couple of big fends by him, carrying through contact, pumping the legs and over the line and for a try. That's a fantastic carry. Some great forward support work and a great run by Aidan Dixon. That's the setup there. SCN just falling off a couple of tackles there. Still down to 14 men at the moment. And it seems Weather's getting to a couple of boys, but again, 1880 looking to spread that ball wide, make use of the gaps on the inside, and some great phases there. What are your opinions on that, Leo?
Yeah, 1880 is looking like a well-structured side here at the moment. Led well by their captain, Marcel Hen. He goes over for his double now, Ollie. So maybe he gets a hat-trick. And just for the viewers at home, this is Marcel Hen's last game on this field. So he's going to give it his all. He's captaining the side. He's going to lead from the front. And I'm pretty sure he's already doing that from now. SEN, yeah, a little bit scrappy on their tackles. They can maybe improve a little bit on their one-on-ones. 1880 is a side that likes that go-forward ball. If they get it, they like to play on that front foot.
Yeah, Marcel Hen there, really, like you said, leading from the front, making sure he can get that front foot ball for the 1880 backline to make sure we go forward. And, yeah, it might be his last game, but I think we all know that scene from The Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't think he's leaving. And a conversion there by Ido Stella from the right-hand side. Score is 26-0 to SCF 1880. About 16 minutes gone now. Another kickoff for SCN now. Really big mental game. Big battle.
Big battle.
Carl, can you have a word? Carl, can you talk to Frankfurt, please? We need the ball every time.
Nah, we love it out here. It's beautiful rugby being played by 1880. They have been quite the dominant side in the past few years. Ollie, there's a new league apparently that's going to be started next season. I think this is a good opportunity for... Oh, unfortunate error there from the 1880 side of this kickoff. They're knocking the ball on, and SEN have a great opportunity. But back to it, Ollie. There's a new league coming out next year, hopefully for the German side, with a couple of nations involved. And I think this could be a good building block. I mean, we know that the national team has been demoted to the Trophy League, but it could help build that base that the German side need.
Yeah, definitely. There's talks about it. I mean, if we remember a couple of years back, there used to be the North Sea Cup with teams from Belgium and from Germany and from Romania, I think, were involved as well, where we had a couple of nations join in, and the Super Cup has obviously been running for the last couple of years, and I think that's coming to a stop. So it'd be a really good transition into this cup to see that we keep the level high, that we can give these national team players and boys who are keen to play high levels just a bit more exposure to the game. Outside of the German league, it's always interesting to see what other nations are doing and how they develop, and obviously Germany wanting to get involved with that as well to make sure we stay at the highest level we can. Big scrum here off the kickoff, just that knock on. SCM with a couple of phases and scrum time. First scrum of the day. Strong scrum by Neuenheim, get the ball out, spreading to the back line. So number 13 back on after that yellow card, just a knock on there in the midfield, playing an advantage. And yeah, just seemed to be an advantage there, but SCN sadly not being able to make anything of that play. Maybe half a gap for Leo Becker there off Freddie, sorry. But yeah, back to our second scrum of the game after about 20 minutes maybe. Back to the second scrum of the game.
Yeah, appreciate the comment there again from Alex. Love the work. We're trying our best out here, me and Ollie. Not experienced commentators, but we do give our valuable input when needed. So now, 1880 with a scrum attack. It seems like they're stacking on the right-hand side. One would say it's the short side, but it's pretty central. We got two players on the left. I think they're going to look to exit deep into the half of 20 SEN. Just keep the pressure back on them. So let's see what happens. A couple of SEN players that should usually be playing. I mean, we got Nicola on the bench here. Felix Lam is unfortunately suffering from a knee injury at the moment. Should be recovering soon. Maybe he's ready for the final. And Luke Wakefield got a slight shot to his leg. Just not feeling 100% yet. So right call from him. Rather be 100% for the final than 70-70.
Yeah, it's a long way out to the final. There's another 3 weeks to go until it's game time. And like you said, it's a surprise to see that some of the big boys, like Nikolai Cleavinghouse, the halfback René Lieb, and Henning Brockman sitting on the bench. Obviously, I think Alex has commented already, saying it's a bit of a dead rubber game, last game of the season, but the two teams in the final are the teams we're seeing here today. So in 3 weeks' time, it will be the same teams again. Yeah, it's like we said right at the beginning, just to measure out, to see what's happening. Big scrum there by 1880, advantage there. Free roam to play now. Wide ball to Aiden Dixon. He's had a strong game so far. Bit of footwork on the inside has paid off well for him. Accelerate through. Ball to his captain, Marcel Hen. Big fend through. Still working hard, pumping the legs. It's got to be quick ball here. They got numbers wide. Ray's calling for that ball. Ball's come. Nice ball from Quentin. Ball to Tim Bignac. Little switch on the inside up to Fabrizio. That's a fantastic try. SCN making the most. Sorry, not SCN. Frankfurt making the most of that advantage off this big scrum from the forward pack and using that ball to go wide. Aiden Dixon having a fantastic game at the moment, finding the gaps on the inside. People falling off tackle, sadly, at Neuenheim. But Frankfurt seeming to make the most of this front foot ball they have and running it out their own half there.
Yeah, Ollie, that's honestly, I will say, some very spectacular rugby there played by 1880. Just, letting the ball do the work. Like, you don't need to be the muscle in every contact. You can just let it do the work. Nice little switch there from Aiden to Marcel Hen. Fends off one and gets that extra little go forward ball. And then quick ball out there from the French number 9, Quentin Michelot. To Ray Parkinson, juggles it on the first catch, but gathers it again and then distributed well to Tim Bignac, who put some pace on, and again, another little switch to finish the try off. Beautiful stuff there from Tim Bignac and Fabrizio.
Ray's only got one hamstring, so he's definitely had to reach for that one. He's tested his hamstring. The other one doesn't exist.
Yeah. Something that I would have forgot about. After the 4th season coming back, I think he's retired for the 4th time now. Maybe he retires again at the end of the season. But, Reynor, experienced, well-structured man. He knows how to control a game. He's doing so at the moment.
Don't call it a comeback, Leo. I think that's the word for Ray. He's always available, so he's done fantastic work. Just for anybody watching at the moment, like you're surprised now, this is a water break. So with the weather the way it is and the temperature we have, after 20 minutes of regular play, there will be a water break. So we're just going to have a 5-minute water break here for both teams, looking for a bit of the shadow that they can find. And conversion, sadly, unsuccessful there by Eduardo Stella from the right-hand side. Leo, so first quarter gone. Seems that Frankfurt 31-0. Very dominating role at the moment. So 20 minutes gone. Frankfurt with all the ball to play at the moment. Everything seems to be in SCN's half.
So just like we mentioned at the start of the game, Ollie, it seems like there's a little bit of a water break here. You can see 1880 huddling in one of the corners, just under the light. The shade there, getting the water in. Today, hot day, 31 degrees or something around there. Definitely very crucial that all players stay hydrated and refreshed. Even the referees, we don't want to see any cramps or players getting in positions where they don't want to be and causing unnecessary injuries, would one say.
Yeah, it's the first sunny weekend in Germany at the moment. Actually, we've been waiting for the summer to come, and once it does arrive, obviously the German season carries on a bit into the summer. And obviously a bit of a health and safety issue here, just making sure players are hydrated. It's a very physical, demanding sport. Obviously, a lot of people who are watching rugby maybe for the first time. You can see a lot of running, a lot of contact, very multi-dimensional. And a big kick-off here by Leo Becker again, straight to the pod, over the top. Great take by Marcel Hen onto a big carry there. Henning. Big carry now, obviously setting the phases. Here comes Hassan. Big carry, big clean. Frankfurt very disciplined at the moment. 2 phases, clear the ball. Ray looking for that space behind the SCN winger. He's sadly taken it above his head. And Paul's going to give that a knock on. That's a massive win for Frankfurt there. It's a big nudge by Ray, just getting in behind that winger, making a back pedal. Sadly for Victor, maybe just a slight fumble. Maybe the sunlight's just affecting him or the heat. It'll be a little bit disappointing. And I'm coming for a big scrum now. Back from 1:22 to the other. Scrum time, Frankfurt.
I must say, hey, Ray, he hasn't been training much with the team at the moment, but a couple of injuries, Ollie, like yourself, unfortunately, something that you don't want to see in a person's career. But he's filling in this role quite well. Hasn't trained a lot with the boys, but he knows what to do, when to do it, and that's all that experience that he's had playing for nationals or professional teams, so to say, like Nabon and the Titans here in Germany, also playing 49 caps for Germany. He knows when to play in the right areas, and great stuff there from Ray.
I think Ray can make it 50 the way he's playing at the moment. Big scrum there from Frankfurt. Advantage here from the referee on that scrum. So free to play now. Big little switch inside to Fabrizio on the wing there. Big tackle by SCN. There's some solid defense and big shots coming in there. So the physicality definitely pulling through. Out the back there. There's definitely numbers out wide here. Ido Stello with the ball. Looking to carry. Fights off the tackles. And scores that try again. Fantastic play by Frankfurt, using that advantage off that set piece. Seems the front 8 of Frankfurt at the moment, really dominating the scrum and the set piece and the lineouts. It's going to be maybe a bit of a long day for SCN if we see this carry on. But Frankfurt again, free to play there. Advantage shown by the referee. And that's your chance to really spread that ball around and have a run. And a fantastic try there for 1880 again. Ido Stello, left-hand side, another conversion to come.
Yeah, Ollie, just on that, it's not really something you want to see. It's a dominant game by one side. You would like to see, I mean, even the players, I know as a player myself, you always like a competitive game when it's tight, when it's close, and it could go either way. It just gives you a little bit more urgency and a little bit more energy to finish the job. So let's also see if 1880 can actually complete what they've started. So far, already 6 tries for 1880, 36-0. Edo with the conversion. He tries to draw it in, but unfortunately going astray, so it stays 36-0 for 1880. SCN with the kickoff.
Yeah, just coming back to Ray Parkinson there, obviously, like you said, a man with a lot of experience playing a lot of rugby, and I've had the pleasure and the honour to be alongside him for a lot of games. I think a man with his knowledge of the game, with his experience, you can train as much as you want, but I think Ray's something you can't teach, and he's obviously doing incredibly well just to slot back into that role and adapt to the team and the play style that Byron Schmidt has for this team. Again, coming back to another kickoff here, 36-0. 26 minutes gone. Leo Becker with a long kickoff maybe. They've gone shorter here. High ball. Vincent on the take. Great take by Vincent there. Straight big carry. Ruck clean. SCN not really contesting at the breakdowns. Maybe a smart move. Setting that defense line. Here comes Ollie Stein. A bit of footwork into contact. 2 phases. Back out to Ray Parkinson. And a big clear into the SCN half. Up to the number 8, Leo Kupper. He's taken this one nicely. Feeds the ball to Leo Becker. Left footy. Let's see where he goes. Outside his 22. He's got to keep that one in the pitch. Down to Ido Stella.
That was a good kick there.
Great take. Bit of option here. Seems to be an offside from SCN. This is something that German referees have really been picking up on. It's a new rule that's come in this year from World Rugby, that players cannot advance if the kick has been made, not make one step forward. Either have to stay stationary or work backwards until the kick chasers come along. Leo, what's your thoughts and feelings on this rule?
I just want to mention something there. It's actually not even stay stationary. You have to show some sort of effort. I've been told by certain referees, crawl if you must. But old school. Yeah, so at the moment, yeah, if teams are kicking, that offside rule is very looked upon. You may not retreat. You have to show movement towards the kicker until you get put on sides. So I've been told by referees in the past. I mean, I've been captain for 1880 in quite a few games, quite a few years. I've been told quite a few times that they've literally said, crawl, walk, run, do what you must, but move backwards. So quite interesting. I know it's been looked upon this year quite often. But anyway, now we have 1880 now with them all about 10 meters out from the line. Looks solid. They look stable. Let's see how far they can go. Maybe they'll get out here to the Seb Rodwell, also a big, strong ball carrier. But no, it seems like they're going to go all the way with us more. And they do indeed. I think that's David Komaricki. Beautiful stuff from the Georgian there. Gets substituted for Elias and scores his first try of the game.
Yeah, he's definitely made a great impact. He's come on so far. He's produced some absolute seeds at the line out. And he's just getting his just rewards there. At the back of the maul, sitting along, just driving behind that front 8. Mentioned them before. Really dominating at the moment and getting that front foot for for Frankfurt, sorry. And we're just, getting along. I'm just wondering, Leo, how many times do you actually listen to the referee, even though you're captain? I mean, a couple of times you're called out there.
Yeah, no, it's a funny one. I mean, with this team, we've got quite a big group of experience and well knowledgeable players in our team here, Ollie. a lot of them think they know everything, but sometimes I have to cool them down a bit. Referees here in Germany don't really like backchat, especially when it's not through the captain. So there's quite a few times where I have to bring them in after a try or after a penalty and just say, boys, time to keep quiet. In the nice version, would I say? I do reference it a little bit differently, but indeed, there's quite a few times where they just need to learn that we got to play the game of rugby. And I mean, that's what our spectators want. That's what our viewers want. They want to see good running rugby. At the moment, 1880's doing a phenomenal job with that. So let's see if they can continue, and hopefully SCN can maybe bounce back with a couple of tries of themselves.
Yeah, definitely. Just looking at that kickoff there, sadly, he's seemed to have swapped sides, and it's not quite paid off. That's gone out on the full, and Frankfurt deciding to have a scrum in the middle there. So definitely the pressure's starting to get to SCN a little bit, I think. And sadly, just a little bit of a missed kickoff there, and it's scrum time for 1880 in the middle. Leo, just looking at your comments there, because the referees, I think I'm quite guilty of it as well. I'd probably like to call myself the best referee on the pitch, which is not really seen well by the referees who are playing, and slightly frowned upon. So I'll have to try and keep my chat down. Quentin, obviously, as well, like any yappy little number 9, loves to get involved, loves to be in the air, the referee. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, that's the way of the game. So looking at the scrum now, on the halfway, 2 sides to attack. And we'll see how the set piece goes. Just called up there, maybe an early engagement.
Sergio Cabela must be clearly a relative of Fabrizio. Yes, great try from the team. Yes, Fabrizio's try was beautiful. I think that's when you were talking about it. But yeah, I agree. SEN at the moment needs a better defensive line. And I think they need to make their one-on-ones. They can't allow that first escape, because it's just causing more people to concertina towards the ruck, and at the moment 1880 is really executing that wide play, but free kick here to SEN from the scrum, and they're looking to attack. Nice quick tap there, and good ball out to the left hand edge. They're coming now back to the right. They like their 2-man attack. They want to keep numbers out of the ruck and keep numbers in attack, so it seems like that's the way they want to play this game. Okay. But at the moment, 1880 is looking solid. Oh, no. Penalty now. I think it was not back 10. Interesting call there from the ref, I think.
Yeah, a couple of phases off that scrum there. Seems that Frankfurt just a little bit over-eager on that scrum, maybe to get excited a little bit. Seems they've been dominating the scrums at the moment. SCN with a couple of phases there, a couple of good carries, making a little bit of gain line, and then winning that penalty just for an offside. That's an easy out for Neuenheim, and gives them a little bit of possession. So Neuenheim now with a bit of an attacking ball just inside the 22 of Frankfurt. Let's see if they can string a couple of phases together. The first real attacking threat of the game, and we'll see how SCN try and use this. Could be setting up for a maul here. Halfback set back on the 10-metre line. The number 8 at halfback here, so maybe looking for a set piece maul. Ball to the back. A bit of an overthrow there. Robert Amelong with a great collect. Gives it out to Enrich Bülow. Enrich to Leo Becker. Spraying the ball wide.
Not there. Not there.
Winger seems to be hanging back a little bit. Strong contact there by Seb Rodwell. Seems to be an advantage here. Maybe a knock-on in contact. Some great physicality there from 1880 in that contact area. But yeah, first attacking threats. Small little overthrow. Strong carry, but sadly not being able to keep the ball in contact. And it's down back to a scrum for 1880 inside their 22. Probably looking for an exit here, Leo.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I think there might be a little kick straight away. No phase needed. I mean, you're in the danger zone. You want to get out there as fast as possible. But from our side there, I think SCN, that winger there on the left-hand side, I think he just needed to be a little bit tighter, a little bit closer, keeping the ball safe, because a couple of their players are playing a little bit out of position. I know Finn, he normally doesn't play 10, if I'm correct, Ollie. You might know a little bit more from me than me. But yeah, Finn, normally a centre, I think, playing his role today at 10, trying to organise the team. It seems like they're a little bit unstructured. They need to find their footing in this game and hopefully get something out of it.
Yeah, Finn Schwager there comes from a great generation of rugby players. His dad, Uwe, obviously an SCN champion as well. Finn, very young player with a huge amount of talent. He's actually quite physical when he carries the ball. He's got a great fend and he's got good knowledge of the game. He's definitely a very big young German talent coming through. And yeah, just looking at that scrum there, seems to be a penalty for Frankfurt. So the referees decided to say that Frankfurt are actually correctly on that set piece, and it's an easy out for Frankfurt to go to the line out just inside their own half.
Just on your point there, Ollie, like Finn, you said he's a young German talent. I mean, I was here earlier watching the under-18s German champs. What a game. Dören against TSV. Unbelievable. I mean, TSV led the first half by quite a bit. I think it was 24-7. And Dören came back with a strong second half performance. I mean, a team that maybe isn't so structured with kicking, but with ball in hand, that's the type of rugby you want to see. So let's see how they do it. Big strong carry down the middle there from Marcel Hen, and they decide to go the same way. Oh, but well met, well read from the winger of SEN. I'm sure Ollie will give you the name shortly, but beautifully read and put Tim Berniak behind the gain line.
Yeah, it was a good read there by Samuel Hooper, just coming through that line, making sure he's cutting out that wide ball that Frankfurt seems to be able to do all day. A little bit of kick there from Quentin over the top. He's found a bit of space. Maybe the winger who just made that tackle just out of position. Leo Bakker just recovering left foot here. Aidan Dixon with a great chase. Yeah, a good defensive read there. Tim Bignac seems to have felt that hit a little bit. He's just got his knee on the floor. And yeah, just Sam Hooper making a great read there on the defense. It's a quick line out play by Frankfurt. Big carry, and we're straight back in it. Team seems to be still getting up from the halfway. Maybe a bit of an ankle. Kobe here with a big carry. Great chop by Vallerhäuser there. Another young German who's been playing at SCN all his life and playing some fantastic rugby. Chris Howells here again. Lots of experience. SCN trying to go for that ball, slowing it down quite well. A little bit of fight at the counter ruck. SCN being able to get that counter ruck. Seems a bit messy there at the breakdown. Aidan Dixon playing halfback. Straight back up to Kobe. Big carry again, just shrugging off a couple of defenders. SCN need to start making their tackles a little bit here. Just falling off now and then. And Kobe with a fantastic carry. Pumping those legs and getting through for the try. SCN making a couple of good reads, couple of good hits, but just need to make sure they complete their tackles once they win that collision. A couple of boys there from SCN looking around. Seems the heat and maybe the weather's getting into a little bit. And Frankfurt still dominating that physicality battle there. I have to see how it goes. Frankfurt, all the ball, all the points.
Yeah, no, Ollie, 1880 is playing a very clinical game. I mean, beautifully read there by Quentin Mikelo, finding that space and just putting SCN under pressure. Fullback Leo Becker just didn't have enough time, enough composure to get that clearance a little bit further out of the 22, but 1880 quick line out and just showing their prowess.
And Ido Stella there with a successful conversion, maybe getting his confidence back up again from the kicking tee there. Beautiful strike. And we're looking. Tim Bignac still hopping a little bit on that leg. Seems that Sam Hooper made a great impact on that tackle. And Tim's just got to recover there. Back to the kickoff. SCN just maybe taking their time. Quite a clever tactic there just to make sure. Use the clock a little bit. And seems to be a substitution here for SC Neuenheim. Seems that Paul Weiss, usual captain of SC 80 of SC Neuenheim, sorry. A lot of SCs in this game. Fantastic player as well. He's been involved with the national team a lot of the times. He's been involved in the Wild Academy.
With you and I, Ollie, we played a couple of games with him.
Yeah, Paul's been involved, or as I like to call him, Bolo. He's been involved. Used to be my flatmate. I lived with him for a couple of years. Fantastic bloke. Really, really good guy to talk to, really get involved with. And good to see him going for another season. He actually called it a couple of seasons ago, but I think he always keeps finding his boots. He hasn't hidden them well enough.
Yeah, Ollie, just while you said that, it's quite funny. A lot of players are apparently retiring this year. We'd like to see it. So we know from 1880, Marcel Hen said he's calling it after the season. And if I'm correct, Ollie, I think Felix Lamas said it might be his last season for the Men in Blue. And possibly, I've heard some other things that Luke Wakefield might be heading off after the season, but we never know. I think he's found himself quite a stable grounding here in Germany. So let's see what he decides after the season.
Yeah, Felix Lammers has taken up a fantastic role. He's now currently involved with the Sevens, his new position there. So massive congratulations there to Felix Lammers on that position for German rugby. Guy who's been involved for the game for a long time. Wild Academy, national team, involved at HRK as well. So he's definitely a really, really big name for German rugby, and he's got a fantastic role there to really develop German rugby even further with the Sevens. And talking about Luke Wakefield there, yeah, obviously a fantastic talent as well. He's been involved with the 15s and a couple of Sevens games as well.
He also played for Pforzheim, if I'm correct.
He did. It's the first time I played with him was in Goldstadt Pforzheim, a team which sadly no longer plays in the Bundesliga. But that's where I met Luke in G Street. He'll know what I'm talking about. And yeah, massive talent as well. He's a fantastic player, and it'll be a real shame if he has to leave Germany or wants to leave Germany. And hope to see him maybe back in the German colours and back on the rugby pitch soon. Frankfurt now here again with the ball. A couple of big phases again. Always seems to be making gain line. SCN seem to have done well out the breakdown. Seems to be legal, and going back for the penalty though. Let's see what the decision is from the referee, what he calls with his hand gestures here.
Scrum, yeah.
So it seems to be coming up at the scrum time again. Big 8 of Frankfurt, really dominating the set piece at the moment.
I think that's a very crucial thing that Frankfurt has, Ollie. We have that nine front row forwards, and it does make a big impact. They allow the scrum time during training sessions. They compete against one another, because that role in Germany is not sought after. There's not a lot of clubs that have our versatility like we do, and I think that makes a big difference, just showing that you want to be on that field and you want to be there and you want to show that, make that difference in that game.
It's a real luxury to have that many forwards in one team, especially that many front rowers. Being involved with SCN, obviously, in the past, always been a position which has been difficult to fill. I think if we look at the professional setup around the world, that front rowers are the highest paid players, so it's not an easy position to play, very demanding. And yes, like you said, Leo, we're very, very fortunate that we have so many front rowers who play and have the training sessions. Overthrow there and the line out. SCN on the ball, maybe a slight knock on there. We'll probably play an advantage. No, going up to half time there. So just an overthrow, slight knock on. Up to half time, score 48-0 for Frankfurt heading into half time. All Frankfurt at the moment. SCN with a couple of phases, but a lot of defending and a yellow card. It's really taken its toll in this first half. And yeah, Leo, what are your thoughts on the first half? It's been a big kicking duel. It's been a big physicality, a lot of set piece, and Frankfurt seem to be dominating.
Yeah, no, it's been a wild start here from the 1880 side. I mean, this game is always one of the ones that we take not for granted, but for we need to put out a performance, because we, in the previous years, I mean, SCN last year showed a good battle in our semi-final. Last year was final, no? Semi-final, coming back after we were leading, so they know how to come back into a game. So let's see how they do in the second half. But yeah, 1880 just been very clinical, very accurate of this first half. Not showing any weaknesses at the moment, I would say. But I'm sure a couple of their subs players will come on, normally starters, and let's see if they can make an impact.
Yeah, being involved with that game last year, coaching the side. Definitely a very fantastic game. It was very, very physical, very demanding, and told the boys there to keep stuck in, keep making sure we're making our tackles and using any turnover ball we can to try and get on that front foot. But today, very different story. And I think with the team that SCN have selected and the team that Frankfurt have selected, it seems to be scoreline showing what we were maybe expecting. But let's see what the second half brings. Grab a drink. Enjoy yourselves, and looking forward to your comments in the second half.
Yeah, we'll see you in 10 minutes. Thank you very much, and keep those comments flowing. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Sergio. We enjoy those comments, and we'll always reply back to them. So, Ollie's pain, it seems like we're back underway. Both teams have had their chats. I'm sure ACN's chat would have been a little bit more stricter than 1880s, but I'm sure 1880 said, let's keep that foot on the throat and keep it going. But yeah, we go. Leo Becker with the kickoff into the second half. Let's see what they can do. I'm sure SCN are looking to put in a better second half. Ollie, we are joined by one of the old colleagues here. He's currently living back in England. He's an English bloke. He played, I think, 3 seasons for 1880. 4 seasons, sorry. Christian, how does it feel like being back here?
Yep, thanks, Leo. Yeah, good to be back. Good to see all the boys, see the familiar faces. Good to see we're still putting on some excellent performances. Yeah, it's fantastic. Handing over to the professional commentators.
Thank you, Christian, for your input there. Christian and Bottomley is involved with the national team. Gone on a couple of tours with him as well. Fantastic little number 9. And currently just have a little conversation there while the microphone is off. He's into his high rocks now.
High rock. Hey, one thing I will mention in there, he was always one of the flittest blokes in the team. I think he got the second best Bronco at 1880. Still standing on the leaderboard, yeah. If I'm correct, Christian, you can correct me. 4 minutes 27. He might not. I think he's already forgot. I think he's forgot himself. But yeah, great bloke, very fit. Knows what he's doing. We've got a couple substitutes here in for 1880. We can see, Seb Rodwell first through. I think he wasn't even touched there, Ollie. Quite poor defense from the SCN side.
Yeah, very quick start there from Frankfurt 1880. Seb Rodwell there with a little bit of a gooey going through on the winger, just a little bit of goose step. A little hug with the referee there, probably just giving his little comments, saying, did you see that, ref? That was an awesome gooey. Giving him another €5. Great comment, Christian. I'll steal that one. And like you said, Leo, yeah, a couple of substitutions come on here. Jack Buzio seems to be on the pitch. Lenny with the number 18. Big boy from the second team. Francie's on the pitch now playing halfback. Quentin seems to be subbed off. Johan's come on at flank. And it's going to be an interesting second half. Fantastic start there. And, of course, Bausteller, Yenzo, is on the pitch. Frankfurt 1880 through and through.
So those that have been subbed off is Marcel Hen, Hassan, Ryan, Ray Parkinson has hit the sideline. So I'm sure Edo Sella is slotting in a 10 after this. Who else? Give me a couple of seconds. I see Chris Howells now onto the bench for Lenny. And yeah. So we've got a couple of substitutes here for the 1880 side. I'm not too sure how it's looking for the SCN. Hopefully Ollie can give you a little bit more details about that.
Just scanning the players there at Neuenheim. That conversion, I cannot tell you. I was currently just looking at the Neuenheim team. There seems to be no subs have come there for Neuenheim. They've stayed with the same team after half-time. Leo Becker with another kickoff. They've gone short here. Fantastic kickoff there. Over the top. Great take by Buzio there. Strong contact from Robert Amalong trying to keep him on his feet. Some more form, maybe a tackle there. Francie at half-back, ball to Bausteller. Little slip pass to Ollie Stein there. Great tackle by Paul Voice there. Good contact. Another contact phase set here. Francie with a big carry. Well read there by the SCN defense. There's going to be another slow phase here. Half-back missing for that next phase. Ido Stella seems to be playing at 10 now with Ray Parkinson coming off. Lenny with a strong carry. And looks like we're setting up here for a kick from 10 maybe. Yeah, back to Ido Stella here. Maybe just looking for a little bit of grass. Looking at that back 3. It seems to have found grass there. He's let it bounce off to Rafa. There's a little bit of knock on there. Just a bit of miscommunication. Seems to be playing advantage now. Good play there from the referee, Ollie Stein. Fighting through contact. And another opportunity here playing under advantage now for Frankfurt 1880. Big ball to Lenny. Maybe a carry. Well met. Well met. That's an awesome contact. That's what we love to see. Bit of crunch time. Ball to Ido Stella there. We're coming. Little step. Maybe a little bit forward there, maybe missed by the referee.
Yeah, it could have been a little bit forward, but the ball's been turned over by SCN, and now they have an opportunity to attack, but unfortunately called back. Yeah, Lenny, this German beast, actually currently playing for the second team of 1880, but we've been trying to get him in the past few games and past few weeks up into the first team. He's not a how do I say this? He doesn't. He plays rugby for fun. That's how I would say it. He plays rugby for fun. He enjoys it. He enjoys the contact. And you can see he's a big boy. He's a machine. I think he has a lot of potential in his career if he just sets his mind to it. But SCN with the scrum, solid, stable set. And they do get the ball back. And now let's see how they decide to attack. And no, Finn Schwager decides to run it in. But it's straight over from the number 14. So 1880 get their penalty. And I think they'll be looking for touch here. Seems like Edo Sella will be going for the 5 meter line and making sure his players are behind the line. And it is a beautiful nudge here, just putting the 1880 side 10 meters out from the SEN side.
Yeah, strong start again, like we said. So Neuenheim with a couple of phases. Seems to be down there, physio on, so time off. Just a little bit of chance to talk about just that start that Frankfurt have had. So they've been dominating the set piece, they've been dominating the scrums, and not much has changed in the second half since the subs have come on. So SCN again under a bit of pressure here in their own half. Another line out, and Matteo seems to be okay there, just hobbling off his knees. That knee's heavily strapped, so maybe a little bit of a niggle there. But again, now it's a Frankfurt line out just outside the SCN 5 meter line. Let's see what they play from here. Number 9 again, back 10 metres. Great take from Ollie Stein there, setting that maul. Nice and low body positioned. Seems to be going forward. Let's see if they can steady a ship. Heading towards that touchline a little bit. SCN have done well there on defensive maul. Ball's gone down, and SCN have done very well there on that defensive maul. It's gone down, scrum down, Neuenheim ball.
I think there was a little bit of a quick call from the ref there. I mean, as soon as they went down, I think even before they went down, the scrum was called. So I think he didn't give any opportunity there for the ball to come out. I think he might have, but nonetheless, SCN well defended. Beautiful stuff from them. Let's see how they control this area of the field. I think they're looking to one phase carry, and then get out of their own half. Just getting back to the game, so we have a scrum down now for SCN. So far, what do you think of the game, Christian? I know you're coming from England, and this is your old club. You love to watch them. I see you comment every now and again on the YouTube page. What do you think the game's looking like at the moment?
Yeah, big time keyboard warrior over here. Yeah, good to be back. Good to see the boys. No, the game's been good. I mean, handling's been very good. Seen a lot of tasty. Literally, as I say that, we knocked the ball on, but overall, the handling's been excellent. Yeah, I mean, lovely flowing rugby, strong carries. Awesome. I mean, couldn't have come back for a better match so far, I think.
Weather suits you as well, doesn't it, as a Brit? Nice and warm, nice and sunny.
Yeah, brought the weather with me.
Oh, there you go. Sunshine in England. And yeah, just a penalty advantage there again from the line out. And just caught with the ball there just to get that wide. There was definitely a player standing on the outside. Fabrizio was waiting for that ball. Sadly, couldn't get it away. Great defensive effort there by Leo Becker to get man and ball in that tackle, cause a knock on. But going back to the scrum down now, 5 meter line. I think Frankfurt will maybe look to push this one through and see what happens. Ball's in. It's a good starting position. Neuenheim are holding well. Let's see what the referee says. We're keeping the ball in. Bit of football skills at the back. Referee calls use it. Ball out. Oh, big read there by Neuenheim. Big defensive effort. A bit of back foot there. Frankfurt now have to regather, so it's just slowing it down slightly. Kobe calling for the ball there. Looking for a big carry, probably. Works his feet through. Working the ball now. Good quick hands there. It's got to be on. Numbers wide. Oh, Fabrizio just with a knock on. Sadly, a little bit of advantage. Yeah, numbers were there. Just the execution on that one.
Yeah, execution indeed, Ollie. Yeah, definitely good go forward ball there from Kobe. He got us over the gain line, just getting us on that front foot, but unfortunately the skill set error let us down. We still got Edo at 10, Sebi at 12, and Tim Biniak at 13, so that's a good center combo. Let's see what happens here. I think they're shifting out. Edo, he loves to think he's a great tackler, Ollie. But it seems like we're putting Sebi at the 10 position, just making sure we have a stable defense line. It'll comfortable with the 13 position. I think his first German champs was 1 at 13, so he knows how to play that role. But yeah, no, beautiful stuff there from both sides. Good defense from SEN, but solid, stable set from 1880. Good scrum from both sides, and the ball comes out for Enrich. Enrich has a strong set, but Tim Biniak, 7-star, played quite a lot of 7s in the... Oh, and it's a quick tap. Sorry, I'll actually get back to that later. Jack Bizio, coming here from America, knows how to play the game. And yes, 1880 have a strong, stable set. Quick ball out. Kobe again with a strong carry. But the ball is still secured by 1880. I think they're looking to go into their dog phase.
Yeah, a bit of mahi there from Kobe, just on that work, really taking the mahi into the contact. And Frankfurt looking to place a couple of phases here. Just keep the ball nice and tight. Out the back to Ido Stella. Short ball to Sebi, and he powers through. A couple of big phases there from Frankfurt, really testing that SCN defence. Looking if they're going to make that contact. One of the wingers has stayed down. Victor Moya just having a little knee there, maybe taking a bit of contact. Just a little hand signal is going to come off there. Nikolai Klevinghaus just warming up, and a couple of the big boys at the back. But a very, very physical game on those short phases from Frankfurt there. Just trying to see if SCN's defence is up to scratch. They've done well there, they fought well there. But at the end, just numbers around that ruck. And quick ball from Franzi at the breakdown, doing very well, switching from a wing position to a 9 position. A little bit of talk there between Jack, Sebi and Tim Bignac. Just maybe a chat there about how to bump someone.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Jack's not that good at that, nor is Tim, but Seb Rodwell knows his way around the bumping. Just from our side, I mean, it's 60-0 at the moment. Well, 62 now. Sorry. But I will update the scoreboard briefly. At the moment, SEF 1880 just know their way around the park. They just showing their dominant prowess that they have been doing in the last few years. Yeah. Let's see how SEN come back after that one.
A little bit of substitution there. Number 1, Daniel Wolf, just coming off the pitch, being subbed for Sammy. If he stands up, I can see his number on his back. Number 17's on now. Sammy, big addition there to the front rowers. We've been talking about them today, saying we've got 9 front rows in the Frankfurt setup, and Sammy's definitely added his experience to that. A boy who's been, I say a boy, he's more of a big man. Been playing top 14 rugby his whole life, and seems to be settling in very well at Frankfurt 1880. Oh, very well. A bit of a substitution there for Neuenheim now. Nikolai Klevinghaus with a kickoff. German national team player, 7s and 15s. Big boot, and it seems to be going out on the full. Going to be a scrum down maybe from the middle. Nikolai Klevinghaus on the game. Not sure we got substituted off for him at the moment. Can't see on the SCN bench who's come off. But Tony Troch is on the pitch as well. Number 19, he's a really big, strong ball carrier for SCN. Huge defender as well, loves to put in a big hit. So let's see if these boys off the bench can put a bit of an impact on, and maybe put a bit of change, or make a change to that scoreboard. Currently, about 53 minutes, 62-0, scrum at halfway, Frankfurt 1880.
So now the weather actually probably taking a lot of toll on the men, but a big scrum there. Ooh, I saw one of the props from SCN going down, but great gain line success there from 1880. Johan Niederberger here with a carry. Francie just getting blocked out there from one of the SCN players, and it goes out the back here to... Oh, good hands there from Fabrizio. Gives it out wide to Jack. Jack decides for the little chip, but it gets chopped down and it goes over the dead ball line, so it seems like it'll be a goal line dropout.
Yeah, a good couple of phases there from Frankfurt again, making the most of their physicality and then spreading the ball wide. Nice little bit of a football touch there. little chip and chase. A little bit unlucky just on that collision with the player there, but nothing harmful involved. And seems to be a player down for SN at the moment. Seems their front row is having a bit of issue with their knee. And yeah, just the referee called time off there. Looking back, it'll be a goal line dropout when we come back in again. But again, Frankfurt all on the front foot.
Yeah, Ollie, I saw that in the scrum there. It looked like quite a nasty blow for the SEN player. That scrum definitely went quite far backwards, and he just collapsed it in a awkward way. So hopefully it's nothing too serious, but we wish him the best and speedy recovery. Now back to the goal line dropout. It seems like Nikolai Klemenhaus is on the field, so let's see what he can bring into this game. Nikolai going for the dropout. He doesn't connect it too well, but it's a great kick. Comes with the leg of Vincent, and he's carrying strongly back. Gets past one, gets past two, gets past, almost past three. But strong carry back to the 22 of the SEN side. Quick ball coming out here for 1880. Edor just distributing very well. And Johan Niederberger gets past one, offload to Kobe. Good gain line, and it seems like David is there just to clear out properly. Now it's a slow ball. Edo off the back. Gets it wide to Fabrizio. And Fabrizio is trying to attack that edge. And Jack wanted to cut in, but maybe the lack of communication there.
Yeah, just a lack of communication maybe. I think that's a little bit of a sign of just players maybe weren't involved in training it much, just knowing each other. And there'll be a little bit of chat there just to clear that up. So just a little bit of miscommunication. But again, a couple of good phases. Great carry by Vincent there off that kickoff return there off that goal line. And a couple of big carries. Another big pressure situation now for Neuenheim in their own half. A little bit of an overthrow, and Baustella, Jens Listermann gets hold of that. A couple of footwork, and we'll probably look for the forwards to do a bit of argy-bargy here. Great tackle there by Tony Troch. Great chop. Out to the back to Seb Rodwell. He's out the back to Ido. Little dummy and go, looking for that front foot. Carries well, maybe just held up there. Nikolai Klevinghaus and Finn ripping that ball off him. A great defensive effort there by Neuenheim. But again, Francie has done incredibly well there to turn that ball over off that breakdown to really put the pressure on Neuenheim again. So a couple of phases getting stringed together, but just not quite getting the reward.
If I'm correct, Ollie, Tony spent a season or something abroad in Ireland, maybe a couple of seasons at the Ireland University. Great player. Knows his way around the field, and you can just see from that tackle he knows how to bring a band down.
Yeah, Tony's a fantastic player. Like you said, he spent a year in Ireland whilst he's carrying out his studies or doing his studies. He spent a year in Ireland playing university rugby with Benny Spies as well. Benny Music? No, Benny Spies. Benny Spies. But Tony, yeah, spent a year in Ireland gathering some very, very valuable experience, and definitely someone we'd love to see involved in the Germany setup. With his youthful age and his physicality he has. I had a little chat with him just before the game, and he's really looks forward to the 1880 games, loves the physical game. And yeah, good to see him on the pitch now. Little short ball again, Seb Rodwell. And that is a hat-trick, I believe, for Seb Rodwell.
Indeed it is, Ollie, indeed it is.
Molto bene, as they say in Italy, and his Italian roots maybe coming through there. Seems to be a player down from Frankfurt. Who is it? Edo Stella, maybe just buying a couple of sympathy points there. But very strong carry there from Seb Rodwell, using that physicality and getting over the try line for another try for Frankfurt 1880.
Yeah, at the moment this game is only one-sided. It's unfortunate to see us as fans of the game, but nonetheless, so 1880 really showing their dominant prowess and clinicality in this game, not letting anything slip. And just keeping the scoreboard ticking. SEN really need to try look for something out of this next 20 minutes that we have left. But let's see how this goes for the SEN. Edo now with a kick just outside the left-hand side of the upright, and he gets it. Beautiful stuff there from Edo.
Yeah, I think this game has passed this point a long time ago, and I think now we'd love to see SEN just play a bit of running rugby maybe, just get hold of that ball, keep it for a couple of phases, get into the Frankfurt half, and just express themselves, play some running rugby. There's nothing to lose anymore. And yeah, just see if SEN can play some phases. Love to see some running rugby from them. They're a fantastic team when they do get going. When they get a couple of phases string together, they're very, very dangerous. And Frankfurt have done incredibly well just to keep hold of possession and defend well. Massive kickoff there from Nikolai Klevinghaus. And Very, very strong contact there. Kobe's ridden it well, but definitely on the back foot. So, again, Tony Schrock with a big impact there off the bench at the moment. And the phases now. Ollie Stein with a bit of footwork. Advantage there for high tackle. Just a little bit of a seatbelt. Nothing harmful and involved. No hard feelings. Ball now. Opportunity to run. Great ball by Ido. Bit of butterfingers there. You touch it, you catch it. People who've heard that quote will know. And Ollie Stein asking for some tape.
Something, Ollie, just as you said that, something I see a lot at our training sessions, forwards with their line outs. If you get a hand to it or fingers to it, you should catch it in that line out. So it's the same with the back line. I would say if you get your two hands to it, it should be taken and you should be having a good opportunity for attacking phase there. But anyway, we're going back to a penalty now. Edo's going for touch. Let's see how much gain line he can get.
Yeah, just looking at rewards there out of your own 22. I mean, looking at exit plays, there's always that gold standard when you say, what's the gold standard coming out with your 22 for an exit? It's probably scoring points, and if you've got a penalty advantage there, you're definitely looking to maybe run that ball, see if you can expose anything on the outside. It's a free ticket, so why not have a go? Fantastic coach, used to be involved at SCN, Curtis Bradford. Used to mention that all the time, talking about what outcome do we want, what's the gold standard, and what would be a good exit. So Frankfurt there with an opportunity to maybe reach that gold star, but sadly not. A penalty now, and line out, great line out throw there by David. Little set piece play. Seb Rodwell again with a big carry. Done well there to chop Vallerhuis and Leo Becker. Great tackle there. Down to the blind side to Jens Listermann, Baustella. Again, good chop tackle there by Rob Amelong. Getting involved. Matthias Bachmann as well. Big carry here by Vinci. Working well on that physicality. Strong carry, but SCN doing very well to hold that gain line. Leo Becker just having a little snipe there. The breakdown out the back here. Team Bignac. Bit of footwork. Oh, come off the SCN hand backwards. Little chip kick through. Is there any advantage there? Nikolai Cleavinghouse seeing that space and a big chase now. Udo Stella's going to have a lot of work to do. Nikolai herring down on that ball. Good pace on the man. And Udo Stella putting it down for a goal line drop out there. So just a little bit of a breather now. And then Udo's maybe discussing with the referee saying, should be a 22 maybe. Va bene.
But unfortunately, the new rules in rugby, I think it's been now like this for the past couple of years. For the attacking team, if they place a kick inside the goal line of the opposition and it gets started down, it's now a goal line dropout, just giving the attacking team more of an opportunity to come back into the phase of game.
Yeah, due to the space there by Nikolai Cleavinghouse, using experience and that big boot he's got just to find a bit of space. And this is obviously the opportunity we have to maybe have a bit of attacking play by SCN, but it seems that Nikolai Cleavinghouse is going to have a word here with the referee. He's going to call in the captain. Neuenheim seem confused about Vallerhuis' captain at the moment, so Nikolai Cleavinghouse having a chat with Paul Warman, the referee today, and maybe a couple of comments there coming in from the side. You've got the referee mic on at the moment. Maybe we've heard a couple of words spoken, and something we'd love to see from rugby, obviously, is a massive respect for the referees, and just a little talk there, being very respectful, and it's something we love. People love to say that rugby is a game for hooligans played by gentlemen, and definitely a moment there where Nikolai's gone to the referee, had a little chat, and they seem to have sorted their little skerfuffle.
Funny you say that, yeah. It is quite a common saying around the world. Football, so as some of you might know, soccer is a game of gentlemen played by hooligans, but rugby is a game of hooligans played by gentlemen. So I'm sure after the game we'll see a couple of the boys sharing a beer together and having a good time, because we all like to have a little go. And well read there by Edor, we knew that Nikolai was going to look for that chip in space, but beautiful red by Edor, and now we're back on the front foot, but well gathered there after the chip from Aiden Dixon. SCN now retain the ball just inside their own half. I'm sure they'll be looking to get back.
Yeah, a bit of space there maybe, but seen by Nikolai, but well read by Udo Stella there, and played the ball. So going wide here for SCN, a great tackle by Lenny just now. Ooh, big contact there from Jens and from Kobe. Referee's maybe going to call this one a little bit high. Could see a yellow card. I mean, on the replays, we'll have to see that one again. But just a little bit tight there. Kobe just saying sorry to Valor. The big impact, small man, big impact. Maybe just have a little word here. Could see a yellow card pulled, see what the mitigation is. And we've had one in the first half, obviously, for Neuenheim, so it could be a similar story here. But again, SCN getting a couple of phases now, spreading the ball, and it is a yellow card for Kobe on number 6. It's back to square tahi for him, apparently. and he'll know what I mean when he watches the review. A little bit disappointing, but 10-minute break for the big man. Just a high tackle on that one, and Nikolai Klevinghaus with a penalty into the Neuenheim half.
Yeah, it seems like he'll still get a couple 7 minutes into the last 7 minutes of the game. So unfortunate there from Kobe, but we might have to look back at that. I don't think it was too high. I think it was shoulder height. It could have been legal, but again, we don't have TMO in this league. But good stuff there from the referee, spotting that error from the 1880 side and executing it quite well. Quick line out there from 1880. They're looking on that front foot ball now. Lenny, like I said earlier, plays mainly for the second team. He's a very strong man on defense. Last week he went... Oh, and SCN. Beautiful stuff there. They come in for their first try of the game. Well deserved. Good structure from that set piece. And clinically executed, in my opinion, Ollie.
I didn't even
Yeah, just a couple of good phases there from SCN. Like I said, they are a very dangerous team when they get on the front foot, and they've done well there off that line out. Big, strong carry from Tony there in the middle, and then they've played that ball very quickly off that ruck, and it's a try for number 14, Sam Hooper, in the corner. But like I was saying, some really good quick phases there, played by SCN, and a bit of experience getting that ball wide. Lovely little break from Leo Becker there, and a 2-on-1 just to get the ball out wide. So Frankfurt maybe just falling off. I think the defense coach will maybe lay me a little bit disappointed, and yeah, but a great try by Neuenheim. Nikolai Klevinghaus now from the right-hand side for the conversion. Touchy seems to be moving away straight away, so score stays at 69-5. Time off there. There seems to be a substitution. Henning Brockman going to be coming on now. For Robert Amelong maybe. A little bit of conversation there, so it seems like he's staying on. No substitute there. But yeah, a couple of phases like we said we were expecting maybe, and now it's a kick-off for Frankfurt to see if they can chase that next positive action maybe and get back involved in the game.
Yeah, the second half's been a little bit slower for 1880. A lot of their substitutes have come on. I mean, they're all great players, but it seems like they need to learn how to just control the game a little bit better, just like the starting team. Yeah, comes Johan Niederberger. He's looking to carry. A little bit soft in the carry there, but well met by the 21 from SCN.
Yeah, it's René Lieb there. He's come on at half-back, just changed for Rafa there. Fantastic little player. He's swapped to SCN this year, and he's a good little impact. He's been injured for a long time, actually. A little bit of a cheekbone break. Had an operation, but good to see him back in the fray again. Fabrizio here with a strong carry, a little bit of footwork to get over that gain line. And Frankfurt maybe just firing the engine a little bit. Here comes Vinci with a strong carry, finds half a gap. Met by Paul Weiss on the contact. Quick ball available maybe. There's no roll there from the defender, so referee just giving a penalty there. Enrich Bulow just over the ball in a strong position, but sadly no roll away from the defender there. So a penalty for Frankfurt 1880, and looking to go to that corner again, put the pressure back in. So a great recovery there from that try. Good couple of phases, good couple of carries, getting back into that game, and seems to have a line out just inside the 22 of SCN to really build the phases again. Going back to that set piece. Let's see what they decide to play here from the line out. Big line out here, great take by Vincent, and that's a great sack by Neuenheim there, but Johan seems to be carrying the ball off there. Sammy with a ruck clean, ball available to play here, back to Seb Rodwell, who's had a fantastic game. Little short ball to Bignac. Leo Becker there with a double hit. Quick ball available to Ido Stella, whips it out to Fabrizio. Maybe a little bit of footwork, gives it out to Jack Buzio. A little bit of footwork. Well held by Nikolai Klevinghaus on that defensive effort. Enrich Bühler under the ball. A little bit of counter ruck. Here we go. Ollie Stein back on the ball. Met well, good physicality. Saying well, Francie with the ball. Out to Lenny. Met by Tony. Strong tackle there. So SCN really having to dig in deep with their defense effort now. Johan with an effort, good line speed. Setting the phases. So let's see how Frankfurt recover this one. A little bit of carry here. Just maybe getting close to that line. Keep it tight with the forwards now. And it's a try time. Let's see who comes up with that ball there. So really patient phases there. Great carry on the wing. Great play outside. And it seems to be coming up, and the players are congratulating Ollie Stein. A little bit of limp there, maybe after that try, looking to the sideline. Giving a little sign up to the sky. Great little recovery there from Frankfurt to make up for that try. And Ido Stella now with the conversion. Leo, like you said, it's been a bit of a slow second half now. Maybe the weather and the conditions are just getting to the game a little bit. Frankfurt obviously with a very fast-paced game in the first half. Maybe just keeping that tempo, trying to keep that tempo in the second half. What are your thoughts and feelings on the SCN defense, SCN attack, and the way Frankfurt are just shaping up in the second half?
Yeah, SCN still struggling to find their one-on-one tackles. I think they're committing too many to that breakdown and to that tackle. So 1880 just having more numbers on their feet and just creating that overlap and creating that space between the defenders. Something that SCN need to work on definitely before the final, because they will definitely be there in 3 weeks' time on 13th of June in Ricklingen, Hanover. So I'm sure they will bring out their best side by then, and we'll see a couple of starters like Nikolai being there, Luke Wakefield, Robert Lehmann. Yeah, for sure. But SCN at the moment just going through the motions, I would say, Ollie. Just something that they not normally do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult game if your front five or front eight are getting a little bit scrappy, not maybe dominating as much set piece as you'd like to. It's always a difficult game to try and get on that front foot. And there seems to be a substitution here for Neuenheim. Henning Brockman with number 26 has come on for Mattia. Just swap teams there.
No, I'm here.
Big substitution, big kick here, big exit. Robert Amelung with the ball, a little pass to Leo Becker. So he's got some numbers outside him, looking to play that ball. Maybe a scrap pass, but the bounce pass is the most dangerous pass. Out to Samuel Hooper, gets one fend in. Carrying strong there, so SCN just inside the Frankfurt half. Let's see if they can put a couple of phases in. Robert Amelung met well there by the Frankfurt defense. Got another plants to play here. So maybe looking at that front foot, well met by Lenny there. Great line speed, great tackle, meeting him on that gain line. So Frankfurt really trying to get in there. There's a penalty advantage for Neuenheim here. Ball played wide. Here comes Waller. Little step on the inside, well met by Seb Rodwell. So Neuenheim stringing a couple of phases together. Call out the back there. She's gone backwards. Referee said that's gone forward. So penalty advantage there. Neuenheim killing a couple of phases, couple of strong carries, and seems to be for the offside.
Again, I must say, Lenny, second team player, but he knows how to defend. He loves his one-on-one hits, and he makes sure he makes them. So a good hit there from Lenny on the number one prop there. Normally captain for SCN, Paul Weiss. Let's see what they can do. Paul Weiss leading from the front now, trying to get this line out going and get SCN underway.
Yeah, a bit of a different second half, but obviously good to see some fantastic rugby being played. So line out here for Neuenheim, just outside the SCN Frankfurt 22.
It's fine, ball's by blue.
Going to the middle, well contested by Ollie Stein there. But SCN have done well to keep that ball. Stein's got to get out of there now. So SCN with a chance to play. Ball out to Nikolai Klevinghaus. Play to Tony. Here we go, good strong carry. Well met in the defense though. Number 9 having to clean that breakdown. A bit of a fight there, making it a scrappy ball. 9 have done well to work there. Chucked in a couple of players. Nikolai coming out to that short side. Out to Robert Amelung. Met well in the defense. Back to Nikolai, out to the back now. Finn Schwager on the ball. Tackled well, and SCN couple of phases now. Frankfurt having to work in defense. Ball out to Nikolai again, really giving to Enrich Buller. Really spraying that ball wide here. Seems to be a knock-on or a kick, we're not quite sure. It's a knock-on in the breakdown. Maybe looking just to connect it onto his foot. But not quite paid off, so great defense effort there from Frankfurt, but also a great effort by SCN. Putting a couple of phases together, moving the ball left and right. Really checking that physicality. A couple of players now getting into the last couple of minutes, taking a knee. Weather definitely getting it. Paul taking a little bit of a break here in the shade. Leo, what are your thoughts going to happen in the last 10 minutes now?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys remember, but 1880 have been down 40, so one person, so 40 men on the field at the moment, and it seems like Kobe now is warming up to get back on the field. I think after this next play, he's in and back in action, so they'll be back to their full strength of 15. I think that might make it a little bit of a difference. I mean, we could see SCN scored a try of it, but 1880 is still showing their dominance in attack and getting away with, I think, 3 tries.
Yeah, definitely. So coming into the last minutes, Leo, just maybe looking at calling between us, me and you, just a maybe a player of the game today.
Right if I do it?
Obviously coming to the final minutes, I think Seb Rodwell's been a standout player in his physicality and his carries. And obviously got a lot of meat pies today. But obviously some fantastic work by Lenny again. Ray Parkinson had a fantastic game. Kobe strong on carries. But also just looking at the Neuenheim team, just looking at Tony and Nikolai coming on. They've done very well, had a big impact now to really try and change the game around. And yeah, just coming a couple of minutes. Frankfurt seem to be sticking to their phases. A little bit of an up and under there. Let's see how this one pays off. Good contestable, great take there by Aiden Dixon. This really puts Frankfurt on the front ball. Got to be quick. There's numbers now. And maybe some space in the backfield. Let's see where Ido plays. Well, great hands by Rodwell there. Just mentioned him. Good tackle by Tony. And let's have a look here. Penalty there. He's gone over the ball there. And there's some call for holding. And it seems that Leo Becker maybe is sadly just taken a little bit of an injury there. Maybe his quad shoulder. Seb Rodwell also down. But yeah, just a bit of attacking rugby there, but well done by Neuenheim at the breakdown to steal that ball and win the penalty. And yeah, it just starts to open up in the last couple of phases, but for me, like we said just now, player of the game, it's a contestable one.
Let's have a quick water break.
I agree with you, Ollie. There's very much contestable. At the moment, I think Seb Rodwell's in the running for it. He's had an amazing game, hat-trick of tries there, showed his dominance in his tackles, and he's been visible on defense as well. So from my side, Sebi, I think he deserves it. He's had a crackover game in this last Bundesliga game of the season, sorry, should I say. But yes, Sebi Rodwell, beautiful, showing his dominance at 12, a guy to be reckoned with.
I'll just throw a little joker in there, a little curveball. Aiden Dixon on his carries on the wing in the first half has done incredibly well as well. Really got Frankfurt on that front foot. So a bit of a contestable one. We'll do a bit of a coin toss here, and we'll let you know when the game's over who we have decided, not anybody else, just Leo and myself, decided who's player of the game between us.
Actually, Ollie, now that you said it, indeed, Aiden Dixon, I mean, you just saw him now take that up and under catch very cleanly, you know, just giving the ball, the possession back to 1880's side, keeping them on the front foot. So Aiden's also in the contention there, but yeah, I think between everyone in the team, I think it's between Aiden Dixon, Sebi Rodwell, and Kobe.
Call time back on already, but we'll just wait for everybody.
Sorry, don't know the surname, but he got a yellow card, so I think we cancel him out there. I think we go for one of those two, Aiden Dixon or Sebi Rodwell. But we'll confirm. We still got 4 minutes left. Let's see who performs the best at the end of this game.
So it seems time's still off there. Leo Becker just down at the backfield. Seems to be he's going to be subbed off now. The referee, the physio, Jan just giving him a little call. He's out. So Leo Becker just coming off the game there. Let's see who gets subbed on for Leo. Penalty here, like we said, for Neuenheim. Kick to the corner. Just inside Frankfurt's, just outside Frankfurt's 22. Going for the line out.
Line's yours. Red, line's yours.
Hassan Ryan there with a spiral kick. Didn't quite pay off. He's pulling his hammy there. Let's see.
Jordan, please put.
So exit there from Frankfurt. Not quite gone the way we wanted it to go. But not a straight line out throw by SC Neuenheim there. So it'll be a scrum down. Frankfurt 1880 inside their own half.
I'm watching.
Let's see what Frankfurt want to play here from this last scrum, maybe. Going in from their own half. Seems we haven't had a water break in the second half, actually. The referees decided to play the whole second half without having a water break. Maybe the players have said, no, we're all good. Let's keep going. But yeah, scrum down here. Kobe's back on the pitch with his yellow card for the last couple of minutes. Big scrum down. And it seems that Neuenheim have had to take a player off and have used their bench, so they are down to 14 players. Nikolai Klivinghaus at the back there. Samuel Hooper, and it seems they're missing a winger. So maybe an opportunity to play wide here. But it seems Seb Rodwell with a strong carry, strong tackle though. Meeting at gain line, just slowed it down. Back to Ido, and clearance kick. So there seems to be a penalty here because players are offside and they've moved forward. Referee's called crossing, actually.
Yeah, that's one of the rules coming into the game quite recently as well. You're no longer allowed a wall. Well, you are allowed people to stand there, but there need to be an option for the ball. But yeah, Neuenheim trying to get the gain line, but unfortunately, an offload going astray, and Edo Stella cleaning up for him. Yeah, comes one phase. I'm sure they'll be looking to get out of their own half now very soon. Edo just catches it and makes sure he gets out of his own half. Beautiful stuff there from Edo.
Yeah, just a little bit of knock-on advantage there from Neuenheim. Taking that quick tap and trying to play that ball wide, and just a little knock-on there, so advantage is over after Frankfurt kicked that ball into touch. A little bit of cramp coming in there for the number 14 of Frankfurt. And it's going to be a line out now for SCN just outside the 10-meter line. See if they can string a couple of phases again. Similar position to their last time when they scored. And seems to be calling in numbers for the line out, bit of communication there. Let's have a look. So the number 9's back for SCN, so it could be a driving line out or a trick play. My money's on driving line out. Great contest there by Oli Stein. But SCN now have a free ticket. Possibility to play. They've got to make sure they secure that breakdown. Henning Brockman picking it out, so knock-on advantage still there. Big strong carry, big clean out. So chance now to play that ball. It's just a knock-on advantage. So SCN just have a couple of phases to play here, maybe till the referee calls advantage over. Strong defense by 1880. Just holding that player, a bit of a leg drive. Let's see if the referee goes back for that scrum or if he's going to call a maul. He's called it a maul. Ball not coming out there. Fantastic work in that Frankfurt 1880 defense. Keeping the player up and getting that turnover after maybe just a little knock-on after that line-out.
Yeah, it seems like the game is coming to an end. 81 minutes now on our clock. Of course, we can't control the ref's clock, but I'm sure this might be the final action. 1880 very dominant in this whole game in total, second half and first half. SCN just not finding their footing and not finding their grip. But let's see what 1880 do to this side to just let the game go away and get prepared for the final. We will see these two teams in the final in 3 weeks' time. So let's see what we have installed for then. Maybe SCN can regroup and recuperate and try to find a winning strategy in that final.
Yeah, Leo, finals are always something special. It's always a different gravy. So we'll have to have a look what happens there in 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a long time, gives teams a lot of time to recuperate, get their analysis done, and see what happens. The travel's going to be a factor which is going to affect both teams. So let's see what happens. So strong, solid scrum there. 1880, a little bit of a set piece, back indoor, inside ball to Frankfurt, but sadly just a little penalty there, just in the side from the winger on that clear out. And it's probably coming up, like you said, to the last place now. So Neuenheim maybe going to go to the corner, get a little driving line out going, get some points on the scoreboard. But probably looking to get into the end phases of the game now. Just a line out now, just inside Frankfurt's 22. Let's see how the set peak goes. Frankfurt will probably go up and contest. Make it scrappy, but yeah. Let's see what happens. Throw in now for SCN. Going to the middle, now a bit of communication, going to the front. Overthrow there, great take there to recover. So no penalty now here for Neuenheim. Again, coming in the side at the breakdown. Valehäuser with a quick tap. Looks for his big men to carry, maybe. Ooh, big bump there by Valle. Here we go, ball coming out now to the halfback. To Henning Brockman, great chop there by Kobe. Definitely learned from his lesson of going high in that tackle. Out the back here to Finn Schwager, looking for a little step, big handoff. Gets past one, gets past two. Edo Stella just dragging him down there in the defense. Here comes Rennie with the ball again. Here comes Henning Brockman, big boy to get down. Great little offload to Nikolai Klevinghaus. Sits someone down there. Little bump, and let's see. Neuenheim just winning that physicality battle at the moment. Gets out to Enrich, ball to Paul Weiss. Just caught on the flat foot there, just going backwards. But SCN doing well to keep that ball out the back here to Finn. Got a couple of numbers here. Frankfurt have to really work on defense. Great chop tackle there by Tim Bignac. Seb Rodwell over the ball, not quite winning that penalty. Back out to the big number 4 on a carry. Met well in the defense there, no real gain line. Quick ball for SCN, Met, half-back. Vincent's done well there, just a little bit scrappy at the breakdown. Frankfurt with a big counter ruck. Penalty called there, the referee's going to give us a sign. He's just saying here that, oh no sign. Nikolai Klevinghaus with a quick tap. Gives it off to number 5, up to Henning, out to Paul Weiss. Great chop tackle, Aiden Dixon on Paul Weiss there. Big strong carry, big clean. Neuenheim really stringing some faces together. Big man. Great tackle by Lenny there. Really gets under the big man. Looking for that counter ruck. Nikolai Klevinghaus picks up. But well watched by the defense on the corners again. Making it a real dogfight there in the breakdown. Frankfurt's defense looking very solid here. Out to the 5. Here comes the winger, Enrich with the ball now. A bit of footwork. Great fend down. Ball still available. Must be phase 6-7 now. Leo Kupper with a carry. Good little bit of footwork. Defense looking strong. Here comes Tony with a big carry maybe. Johan just slips off that tackle. Phases coming together here for Neuenheim. Out the ball to Finn. A little inside ball to Sam Hooper, who's carried well in that physicality. Frankfurt looking to make that breakdown a little bit scrappy, but Neuenheim keep hold of the ball. Out to Robert. Worked well in defense, but met well. And it's just gone backwards, the referee's calling. So Neuenheim staying in possession here. Still being able to string a couple of phases. Out the back there to Klevinghaus. Met well in defense. So really tiring on the legs now, and fatigue just looking to set in there. And it seems to be that was the final play. And that's the game. Some fantastic phases at the end there by Neuenheim. But no breakthrough the defense. 1880 defense line have made a big effort there to keep them out. What a fantastic game. Leo, thoughts?
No, a very clinical game there by 1880. I think Neuenheim could have shown a little bit more in this game. Unfortunately, just not getting this stand on it. And I'm sure we'll see a different side in 3 weeks' time. But from my side, Ollie, thank you for being my co-host. I think the man that deserves the man of the match is Seb Rodwell. What are your thoughts? Who do you think deserves that position?
No, fantastic game. Challenging conditions. Very hot, very sunny. Makes it a bit tiring at the end there, like we saw in the second half, just opening up a little bit. But yeah, all in all, a very dominating performance from Frankfurt 1880. And SCN definitely coming back and showing a bit of their potential in the last couple of minutes of that game. For me, yes, Seb Rodwell's had a fantastic game, worked very hard in defense, had some fantastic carries in attack, and obviously got a couple of meat pies. So, yeah, definitely Seb Rodwell has done well. And thank you for having me. It's been an awesome opportunity to commentate, and we'll see everybody in 3 weeks' time in Hanover for the final.
Yeah, thank you very much. Beautiful day of rugby. The end score stands 76-5 for 1880. Quite a dominant victory, but we'll see what happens in 3 weeks' time. Thank you very much. It's Leo Wolf and